I'm super excited to share with you exactly how my client, who's over 40 by the way, has lost over 5 kilos in 7 weeks. I'm going to take you into his plan behind the scenes to show you how many workouts he did, how many calories he ate, and how he actually stayed accountable to achieving these goals. And it's going to be fantastic for you. If we've not met yet, I'm Gary. I'm a personal trainer and I co New Zealand's only fitness studio for people over the age of 40. And I want you to be successful. And that is why I want to take you on this deep dive to show you exactly how a coach like myself will take somebody from a journey of being very unfit to achieving fantastic results. And even like Sebastian, who's going to run a half marathon on the back of his newfound fitness and weight loss. So let's just jump into his sort of account, if you like. So this client that we got here, just want to take you through a couple of things. So when he came to us about 7 weeks ago, we were looking to increase fitness and we were looking to lose some body fat, get stronger. And the thing of it is, this client itself had no sort of history of exercise at all. So we're starting from a complete blank slate as we go forward. So what I want to kind of go through really is that in just 7 weeks, we were able to lose 5 kilos, okay? Which is about 11 pounds. And that is not too shabby at all. And that amount of weight is actually significant. It has a massive impact on your daily life. So something like this can be done very sustainably in 7 weeks. Like we just did it. It was nothing extreme, nothing crazy. I'm going to talk to you exactly how we do it. So when we come to growing younger here in our fitness facility, I have 3 pillars of success that everyone needs to be able to lose weight and be healthy and everything else, right? So you need a fitness program. And you need a fitness program that actually concentrates on cardio and strength training. Because if you only have part of it, you're not getting the full benefits of a healthy life. We need cardio. You need 150 minutes of cardio per week to look after our heart. It helps build some calories. You need weight training so you can actually build some muscle, burn calories off at rest, and makes you stronger to do everyday activities. And as we get older, it is so important. And a lot of times people only do one or they do the other. And there's a lot of people in different camps. You shouldn't do cardio. You should only do weight training. You shouldn't do weight training. You should only do cardio. And I'm more about balance. You need to do everything because you can be super strong and very, very unfit. And you can be very fit and not very strong. You need both, right? Then we're going to look at how many workouts he actually did, and what that breakdown was. And you'd be surprised how actually little it was. Okay, it's amazing. And then we're going to look about the second thing. We're looking at nutrition, and nutrition is key for everything. And I'm always about energy balance, calories in, calories out. Eat very similarly kind of to what you do now, but understand your portion sizes. That's what you do at the start. You can go on a brand new diet and it's really, really difficult to do. But the problem is when you do something so new and so unfamiliar, you end up falling off the wagon. So if we can understand what you do right now and just reduce the portion sizes, reduce the calories a little bit, you're going to get a very good outcome. And then there's a framework I like to use, which I stole from a guy called Alex Hormozy, and he says more, better, new. So I've changed it around and do better, more than new. So you do what you do better, then you do more of that, and then you try new stuff. So what it means is you're not going from loving carbs to keto. That's just too far a bridge. If you like to eat sausage rolls, then you're going to eat sausage rolls, but you can eat less sausage rolls, okay? So that's kind of how I do it. And people will argue, well, it's not the healthiest way to do it. But I argue that if we can get our calories down, you can lose weight first. That is healthier than trying to jump on a diet and jump off a diet, okay? So that's kind of my principle. And the third thing was accountability, because without accountability, you got nothing. So we wrap this whole thing together in fitness, nutrition, and accountability. So let's just jump in and we talk about his fitness. So what we did was we had a very basic program that we had going on. So to date, he's done 19 weight training sessions and he's done 23 cardio sessions. And these sessions were walking, a little bit of running, because he's also training for a half marathon as well. So that's included. But you'll find that it's not super crazy amount, right? So when we go into the program that we have, I have a structure of where I like to program workouts. And I like to do full body workouts because they're way more time efficient. Think of it, if you're doing leg day, back day, shoulder day, like really traditional stuff, then the problem you got is if you miss leg day on Thursday, you never train your legs because you're going to do Monday chest day again, right? But if you get full body workouts in, you can do Monday and Wednesday, you can miss Friday, but you still hit all the muscles of the body. And every time you do that, you are strengthening, you are getting better. Okay. So let's just jump into his full body program. So I will mention that he hasn't really got any issues going on. So it's like he hasn't got any shoulder problems or anything. And we just go through this thing. It's changed a little bit over the last 7 weeks, but essentially he's doing a warm up. Okay. So I can't open this out, but warm up on a stationary bike or treadmill, walking, wherever that is. And we do that for 7 minutes. And we do that so we can warm the body up, warm the joints up, warm the ligaments up so you can get ready to do your weight training session. Then we look at, we did a version of squatting. So what we did for this one was a Smith machine squat. And if you know what Smith machine squat is, it looks a bit like this. And this version is a really great way to support your back and learn a good squatting pattern. And I think it's a great way to actually train that with in a safety, with you got support interaction, everything else. And it's a good way to do it. You can get some good volume in, which means you can do some quality sets and reps, and without having to balance a big barbell on your back. We have progressed though to this from a goblet squat. So I just want to be clear on that. And then we did something called step up and lunge. And what this is doing, this is preparing him for his half marathon because he's got to be aligned with his goals as well. And when you think about when you're running and you're doing this kind of exercise, you're working on your glutes, you're working on your hamstrings and your balance as well. You need to be nice and strong to do that. Then we looked at, then we started doing some press ups as well. So this variation, you know, what a push up is, my mug there, which is great. And we started off doing this version. And over the course of 7 weeks, we've managed to progress to a full body push-up without using his knees. Okay, so that's that in that video there. And this is a great way to start building those chest muscles and the back of the arms, the triceps. Okay, it's a really good exercise for that. Then we went out and we started doing a lat pull down. So the amazing thing about a lat pull down is that it actually works your back and your biceps. Okay. And so locking your shoulders down and you're pulling the weight down towards the front of the chest. And you slowly take it back up again. So this is a really good exercise. A lot of people don't work their back enough, all right? We're sitting down all day long and you need to have a back exercise in there to help strengthen the posterior chain, or a fancy word for the muscles in the back. That's going to support you all day long. It's going to relieve lots of back pain and whatnot. So a lat pull down and seated row are fantastic exercises. The other thing I do as well is I always double the back exercises because we spend a lot of time sitting down. There's a kind of golden ratio for every one chest exercise, you do 2 back exercises. A really nice way to do it to make sure that you exercise those muscles of the body. And the seated row that we go through looks a little bit like this. You can see leaning forward and then pulling back, squeezing those shoulders together, because the back has kind of 2 different levels. There's a lot of muscles in the back. So this one is working sort of the mid back range and the lats, and the lat pull down is actually working more the lats as well. So we need to do both of these things together to make this work. And the last but not least, the other exercise we got then is a dumbbell shoulder press. And the dumbbell shoulder press is really there working your upper push, okay? You're working the shoulders, the triceps, a little bit of core as well for stability to make sure you don't bend backwards. But again, when we do this, you basically hit every single muscle of the body, and we've done it in a relatively short time. We can do this whole thing in about 30 minutes, which is pretty cool, right? Maybe a little bit more if you take longer to rest. Then we're looking at a core workout. So we progressed from crunches, and we've gone into something called a cross knee plank, which is a little bit more dynamic, where you're crossing the legs over, you're working your obliques and the abs as well. And we've progressed there because we know a strong core is going to help him with his running as well. And obviously tighten up the midsection. You can't spot reduce body fat, but you can certainly tighten that area up by strengthening the muscles. And then we've got some stretches in there. And at the end, I want him to do like a 15-minute cardio session at the end. Okay, so this whole thing will last about 45 minutes when you add in the cardio at the end. So when you look at his calendar, what we see is how many times he's done this. So you can see his old calendar there. We go back a little bit further, and you can see that he's been very consistent, all right? And you can see we've tracked his body stats, tracked his meals. I'll talk about reading goals in a minute. And you can see the blue of the full body workouts that he's done. So like some weeks he's only done 2, right? and this week you did 3, and you did none that week. So, and then a couple this week. So you don't have to be like super consistent with it. You just got to do it, more often than not. So, like I said, the full body workout allows him to train twice, train all his body, and then you can see he's doing walks and stuff and cardio in between. So if we then look at the cardio activities that he's doing, I'll take you back to his training plan. And because we are working up to do a half marathon, what we started doing is he decided he's going to do the half marathon in April, a couple of weeks ago. And this is how we've structured it. So he was able to just about get to a 5K. So we thought, well, we do 3 days a week of 5K running. It takes about 30 to 40 minutes. And for you, it could just be a walk. You could literally just walk for 40 minutes 3 times a week. By doing that, you're getting in your 150 minutes of cardio per week, and you're going to do it. So for him, we're going to ramp it up, obviously, because we've got 21 Ks to go, and whatever that is in 13 miles or whatever that is, if you're going to work in the other units. But that's what we did. And you can see that over the course of 7 weeks, we've done 43 workouts. And 43 workouts literally is about moving 6 times a week, all right? So you're doing 2 to 3 strength trainings, and he's doing some cardio and walking. And to be honest with you, that is not excessive. I think everyone should be moving around because we're very, very sort of sedentary as we go forward. So now we know what we did. Then we know kind of how we did it as well. And then we're going to look at his nutrition. I want to talk to you about that because it's super important, okay? So with his nutrition, what we can see is that we've worked out that he needs about 1,900 calories per day to do this. And the meal plan is in here somewhere. So what I wanted to explain to, like, even if you haven't got this, you can Google a meal plan if you wanted to, right? But I've worked this out for him. I want you to understand that every eating opportunity has, see if I can draw something on here, okay? See if I can draw a picture. Okay, you can see that every opportunity to eat is a calorie number, okay? Now, whether or not you eat this meal plan or not, if we can eat about 500 calories for breakfast, have a snack for 220 calories, a nice big lunch to keep us full till dinner for 700 calories, and a lighter dinner at nighttime. If we can do this, and you could potentially eat a Burger King in there, or a sausage roll, or a bit of junk food, or that 225 calorie snack could be a chocolate bar if you wanted it, right? I'm not saying it's the healthiest way to do it, but the thing of it is, if we calorie control his meals and portion sizes, we're definitely going to lose weight. And when you lose weight, by default, you will become a healthier person, because weight loss and obesity is a key factor for so many issues, all right? And that is how we do it, literally that. And then we get to track some numbers using something like MyFitnessPal, or this app does that for us, and we can see that. So for him to be able to lose this weight, and it works out to be something like 700 calories deficit per day, all right? And the thing of it is, it isn't all from food. He's been doing a lot of walking, a lot of training, and the calorie deficit was like maybe 300 calories from exercise per day, roughly, and then about 300 and 350 calories from reducing calories from food. So like I say, you don't have to starve yourself. That extra activity as well will take up some of that calorie deficit for you. So it wasn't excessive, and it's allowed him to lose that 5 kilos in a relatively short space of time, which is fantastic. Now, I'm going to stop you there. If you would like a full body workout and cardio plan as well to go with it, how we do it, just leave a comment down below saying strength, and I will send you a very similar full body workout that you can follow as well, right? And with the cardio stuff in there as well. So comment strength, and I'll send that across. If you would like to know more also about calorie deficits and how to create a calorie deficit, comment blueprint. I will send you a free guide, which is a 10-step guide about how to create a calorie deficit. So type in blueprint, I'll send that over to you. Now, the next thing that we did is that we understand that, the calories now, we understand the workout that he did, we understand that he lost 5 kilos. What was the accountability portion like? Well, I'm going to show you. The accountability portion was very, very straightforward. It literally was about, number one, catching up with me on a fortnightly basis. And that could have been done with, like, if it's online, it could be an online conversation like this, which is online clients. But we were doing a one-to-one every fortnight in the facility, and we're going through his workout, checking out his form, things like that. So, but accountability comes in many different ways. So Sebastian's going to go overseas in a couple of weeks' time, and then we will do a Zoom call instead, okay? Because the thing of it is, all you need is somebody to keep an eye on you. You need somebody to check in with you, someone that cares about you, and you need somebody then to alter and help you, find out how many calories and bits and bobs, and just help you understand the process, okay? So that's what accountability is, and it comes in many, many forms. It could be, your partner, or it could be a personal trainer, whatever that is for you, all right? Um, and if you would like me to do some videos on accountability and how I stay motivated myself and teach my clients to do it on their own, and leave a comment down below saying accountability, and I will send that across to you as well. But one thing we did do that I want to share with you, okay? And we got him, I created a habit every single day for him to follow. And that habit was reading your daily goals. And I wanted to show this because this is so important. He's read his goals consistently every single day for 50 days. Now, when we sit down and we do this program that we do, our programs, I always tell people to write their goals down. And I always tell them to read it every single day. Because if you read your goals every single day, you become more in tune to what you actually want. And think about it. Like if if you got something that's on your mind and you really need to achieve it, if you remind yourself every day about it, you're going to be thinking in that space all the time. And the thing is, when you read your goals every day, it sort of like prepares you. So let's just say you've got a dinner coming up or something, or an event, and you've read your goals in the morning, okay, and you reminded yourself that you want to lose weight because you want to be around for your family and you want to, get off blood pressure medication or whatever that is for you. When it comes to the time that you may fall off track, you've remembered your goals. Because if the last time you thought about your goals was 2 weeks ago, it's very easy to forget it and just go with the flow. So what I want to say is that people that come into our world and read their goals like this all the time, and I got loads and loads of evidence to back this up in our facility here, that people read their goals for days and days and days, do so well. It's amazing to see because it's so aligned with what they want to achieve, right? So that's part of the accountability, and you can do that yourself. You can literally, write down check it off on a wall or whatever, but have your goals somewhere and read them every day. That's one of the best things I can do because you stay well on track. A lot of people fall off the wagon because they lose motivation and they basically lose, lose the momentum going forward. And it's usually because they're not in tune with their goals, all right? So I hope you enjoyed this case study. It was really cool just to share that with you and take you to the back end about how we do things and how I do things anyway. I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what your goals are. Let me know what you're struggling with, and like I can kind of create more videos around that. Somebody wanted a video on about accountability, so I'm going to do that one soon as well. But yeah, like that's the video today. I'm going to leave another video up in the top left hand corner. I think you may like. I'm not quite decided what that's going to be yet, but I'll think about it. And yeah, go and watch that one, and I will see you on the next video. Have a great day, team. See ya. Bye bye.